Hello students, in this video I'll be explaining to you chapter number 14. Before that, I would like to remind you about our chapter number 13. If you remember the chapter's name, it is Subject and Predicate. And I hope you understood what subject is and what predicate is. In the same way, now we'll begin with chapter number 14, that is Subject Verb Agreement. First of all, let me tell you that the chapter name, that is subject verb. Let us take only this much portion, subject verb. In chapter 13, I had explained to you that subject is a person or thing who is doing a particular action, and verb itself is the action. And you also remember that from where the verb starts or where the verb is, from there till the end of the sentence is going to be the predicate. So this is almost the same thing, but with a little difference over here. As you can see, the chapter name says subject verb agreement, and agreement in Hindi means sehmati, or you have to say yes to something. For example, if people have meetings in offices, they discuss over various things and they ask people if they agree to those things, if they are ready to say yes, if they are ready for those things. So, now what agreement is there between subject and verb? Very simple thing, I have been repeating this many times in most of the videos also, that if the subject is in the singular form, the verb also has to be in the singular form. In the same way, if the subject is in the plural form, the verb also has to be in the plural form. That is the main thing that you have to remember for this chapter. Let us move on to the exercises. Read the sentences given below. Underline the subject and circle the verb in each sentence. We had already done this kind of exercises before as well, if you remember. Therefore, the first exercise is going to be very easy for you. Our cricket team has left the country. Here you can see that the subject has been underlined. The subject is cricket team. The main word or the main subject over here is team, but I have underlined this because it could be any kind of team. It could be a football team, it could be a hockey team, it could also be a rugby team or whatever. So we have underlined cricket team and we have circled has left because we are asked to circle the verb. And I told this also earlier in some other videos that whenever you want to know where is the verb, you also have to see the word that is before this. And in the explanation video of chapter 12, I had mentioned, if you had paid attention, that these kinds of words are known as helping verbs. So you also have to notice the helping verbs which will tell you the exact tense. A cricket team. Cricket team is the subject. Verb will be has left. In the same way, Dharini subject leads verb. They subject are verb. The players again subject do verb. They subject are playing verb. The manager subject stays verb. In sentence number 6, it is not important to underline the word the, but I have underlined it because we are talking about one particular manager. In the same way, in sentence number 4 also, players is the main subject because players do a lot of practice. But we are talking about some particular players. That's why we have underlined the also. We'll move on to this exercise now. Correct the sentences using verbs to match with the subjects. Reminding you again of the chapter name: subject, verb, agreement. And for agreement, we have a word over here, that is match. Subject, verb, agreement, or match. First one, I dash from Odisha. We have three options over here. I is from Odisha, I were from Odisha, I am from Odisha. You can easily know what is the correct word over here. I am. If at all you say I is, it will be wrong, because if we are using the word is, it is going to be for another person. If I am talking about somebody else, for example, Paul, I will say Paul is from Odisha. But if I talk about my own self, I am not supposed to say that I is from Odisha. So over here we have subject verb agreement. That means subject and verb agree with each other. But Paul and Sridhara are from Karnataka. Why did we use the word are instead of is? Because we have two persons, Paul and Sridhara. I told you in the beginning of this video, you have to notice the form, that means singular or plural. Here we have plural, that means more than one people or more than one person. You cannot say Paul and Sridhara is from Karnataka. It would become wrong, because is in the singular form. Are is in the plural form. Therefore, we will use plural for plural subjects. Second one, Odisha and Karnataka are two states in India. Same like this sentence, we have names of two places. We cannot say that Odisha and Karnataka is two states or were two states. Were could have been half correct, but we still have these two places in India. So we will say Odisha and Karnataka are two states in India. Moving on to the third one. Our summer holidays were in July. Why did we not say our summer holidays was or is in July? First of all, notice this word, that is the subject. Summer holidays. It is in the plural form. We are not talking about one holiday. We are talking about holidays, more than one day. So the verb is also going to be in the plural form. Our summer holidays were in July. Next one, Sridhara was in Karnataka. Very simple, because we have only one person, singular form. So verb is also going to be in the singular form. You may have a question in mind. Why did we not use the word is? For that, you have to read the full sentence. Sridhara dash in Karnataka last month. That means pichle mahine. It has already happened. So you will use the past tense. And students, by now you might have realized some things, some important things that you need to remember. First of all, you have to notice the form, whether it is singular or plural. You also have to pay attention to the tense. You also have to pay attention to the full sentence, and you have to know it has happened or it had happened in which time. For example, the fourth one itself, we are talking about last month. So we'll move on to the next one. He was there for his aunt's wedding. We could have used the word is, but just think of this sentence like you are using the sentence and telling it to someone else. You won't say that he is there for his aunt's wedding, because in a wedding mostly people are going to be busy. You yourself are going to be busy. So it is obvious thing to understand that after the wedding you are telling this to somebody. So it becomes in the past tense. He was there. Karnataka is a beautiful state. It has beaches and mountains. You may have one question, you may have one doubt over here, that we have two things over here, beaches and mountains. So why have we used the word has? Because we are not talking about beaches and mountains, we are talking about Karnataka. As you can see in the first part of the sentence, it says Karnataka is a beautiful state. It has, that means it is referring to the place Karnataka. The next one, Paul and I were in a hill station in Odisha then. Then means tabhi. So from here you have to understand that this sentence is in the past tense. Paul and I. Students, I want you to note one thing over here. Whenever you are talking about your own self along with some other people, I'll give you a better example so that you can understand. Suppose there are three of you, Paul, Sridhara, and yourself. That means I. Whenever you make these kinds of statements, you always have to put yourself at the end. You cannot say that I, Paul, and Sridhara were in a hill station. Even if there are 10 people you are talking about and you are the 11th person, you will always take all 10 names first and you will put yourself at the 11th position. I'll give you another example. You can't even say Sridhara, I, and Paul were in a hill station. So I hope you understood what I'm trying to say. Whenever you are giving names of people wherein you are also included, keep yourself at the end. So we'll move on to the answer. Paul and I were in a hill station. Why the word were? Because there are two persons. Subject is in the plural form. The eighth one. It was wonderfully cool in the summer. Looking at sentence 1 to 7, you can know that these are kinds of details that are being given about a particular holiday. So, it was wonderfully cool in the summer, past tense. Next one, the hill station had waterfalls and a nature reserve. I won't explain to you the meaning of these words because they are not important for us right now. The hill station had. Why are we saying had? Maybe the hill station does not have waterfalls and nature reserve right now. For example, for example, if I had been to this hill station, at that time I may have seen waterfalls and a nature reserve. But maybe after I returned, there was no waterfall or nature reserve. So these kinds of things always have to be in the past tense. We are back now. Now means abhi. From here you can get to know that this is in the present tense. So you will say we are. हम अभी लौट आए हैं. I am a little tired. Very simple to understand, since you are already saying that we are back now, abhi. You will also say that मैं थोड़ा सा थका हुआ हूँ. I am a little tired. Next one, Paul asks. This is very important over here. Asks. You already have the tense in front of you. Present tense. What time is it? Obviously, whenever we are talking about time, we will always be talking about it in the present. If you want to ask about time to somebody, if you want to know the time, you will not ask that person, what time was it 1 hour ago? What time was it yesterday? You will obviously ask the person, what time is it now? And so the person may look at his or her watch or mobile phone and tell you what time it is. That means present tense. The last one, I was already asleep then. Tab. You already got the tense, past tense. I was asleep. Asleep means sleeping. And obviously, if you are sleeping, you will not be able to talk. This sentence is spoken after you woke up. Next one. Use the verbs in agreement with their subjects. Same thing what we did over here. We have to match the subject and the verb. Same way, we have to form an agreement between the verb and the subject. Dogs bark when they are hungry. First of all, look at the subject, dogs. It has an S over here, that means it is in the plural form. And if the subject is in the plural form, the verb also has to be in the plural form. And I told you earlier that if we have an S in the subject, we shouldn't have an S in the verb. And you can see, to confuse you students, they have given these two verbs, bark and barks. You have to use this verb, dogs bark when they are hungry. Why not is? Because it is in the plural form, dogs. That means dogs are hungry. Next one, but my dog barks at strangers. You can see the difference between these two sentences. Here we are talking about many dogs or more than one dog. But in the second sentence, we are talking about my dog. That means only one dog who barks at strangers. See, I'd explained to you in this sentence, the opposite has to be done in the second sentence. We do not have an S with the word dog, so in the verb we will be adding S. Dog barks. Dogs bark. I hope you understood this. Next one. Every evening. First of all, note this. Every evening. Har sham. That means we already get to know that this is like a habit. Every evening, I take my dog for a walk. This kind of sentence I had explained to you earlier. Whenever we are talking about any kind of habit or adat, we will always use the simple present tense. Every evening, I take. Next one, we go to the park. This is also a kind of habit. That's why we are using the verb go. For example, if I'm talking about some other person, he, then I would say that he goes to the park. But here we are talking about plural subject, we, more than one. We go. Next one, I play with my friends. Very easy. Next one, my dog plays. Same like 1 and 2. Dogs bark, dog barks. Dog plays. For example, if we would have dogs, this would turn to play. My dogs play. My dog plays. Next one. When the sky turns dark, we walk back home. This is also a kind of habit that these people do every day. When the sky turns dark means it is almost evening time and it is going to become night. When this happens, we walk back home. Next one, dad feeds our dog. Dad is in the singular form, one person. That's why we will put an S in the verb. Dad feeds our dog. This sentence also talks about a habit. At night, it keeps a watch over a house. Watch over means to take care, ध्यान रखना और देखभाल करना. At night, it. What do you mean by it? It is the dog. The dog keeps a watch over our house. Keeps means it is the habit of the dog every night. Moving on to the last question. Now complete the sentences by using verbs to match with their subjects. Again, the same thing. We have to match the verbs and the subjects so that they are in agreement. The first one, my brother who travels to many places is coming today. Very easy. You do not have to get confused with these kinds of things in middle. This much portion is given to you only for you to get confused. Just pay attention to the subject and the verb. My brother is coming home today. That's it. You do not have to get disturbed or confused with this many things. Next one. Horses with long tails are my favorite. Again, with long tails is something extra over here. To get the correct answer, we do not need this thing. Just the subject and the verb. Horses. This is in the plural form. So, over here, we will have the verb as are. Horses are my favorite. Next one. The cyclones that pass through our state do a lot of harm. Do because we have the subject as plural, cyclones. In Hindi, cyclone is also known as bhavandar. You all might have seen that hair turns in a circular motion. That is known as a cyclone. In this sentence, we have it in the plural form. Therefore, the verb is also going to be in the plural form. That is do. Next one. Arun is going to the circus today. Very simple. We have just one person. That's why we are using the verb is. Next one. Everyone from the village has an umbrella with them. Students, over here you may ask me one question. Everyone means har koi. That means it is many people. So why are we using the verb has? Please pay attention. Many of you may not understand this. Many of you also make mistakes when this kind of word comes up. Now let us break this word into two parts and let us translate it into Hindi. Every and one. One means ek. Every means her. So joining the words it becomes har ek. Now, from this word itself and from the Hindi translation itself, you can know we are talking about one person. But at the same time, we are saying all the one persons. That means her ek. But still, we are talking about only one. I know this may sound a little bit confusing, but all you need to remember is take care of this word. Everyone, one person. Everyone has an umbrella with them. So you can see over here, them is in the plural form. Still, we have to take care of this subject. Everyone has an umbrella. And the last one, I, with my friends, was at the cricket match. This also is going to be very confusing. You may happen to ask me that here we are having verb in the that here we are having subject in the plural form. My friends. I. That means it is more than one person. There may be two, there may be three, four, five, there may be 10, 20 also. So, why did we use the verb was? I told you earlier also, as in this sentence, here also we have this much portion only to confuse you. Please do not get disturbed with this thing. I was at the cricket match. I hope you understood this easily. I was at the cricket match. For example, if you say we, हम वहाँ थे, then it is going to be we were at the cricket match. Here, since you are talking about your own self, you will say this in Hindi as मैं अपने दोस्तों के साथ क्रिकेट मैच देखने गया. I was at. So, students, I hope you understood everything in this chapter. And let me tell you once again, subject verb agreement requires you to take care of these things, that is the tense. Pay attention to whether it is singular or plural, and then you also have to read the full sentence to know which time it is talking about. And lastly, let me remind you, agreement in simple words means to match or to say yes. So that's it for this video. Thank you, students.